Hello, everybody. Welcome in. How we doing? How we feeling? Happy Friday. Make sure my lighting. yeah, you can actually see me today. I feel like sometimes in the middle of class, I become like a dark figure rather than you actually being able to see me. So we will get started here in 4 minutes. Happy Friday. Beautiful weather here today and all weekend. So I'm excited to get that nice couple weeks of fall weather before it starts getting a little too cold. I feel like it stayed pretty warm so far through all of September, but I also feel like it goes from hot to freezing in like a weekend. So take advantage of it while I can. We've got B split today, which means lower push, upper pull. So we'll be hitting some back. We'll be hitting some quads and glutes. Finishing up the power block. And our last class, as next week is cool down. So we will all still be here until feel free to continue to reach out, ask questions, and to stay successful. You still have access to on-demand classes. It's going to be fit. So we will still have so that you can still go back to some of our classes. Me, Coach Clint, Coach Will, Coach Adrian, all of our classes should be on there. At least a few of all of ours. So you can go back and get some stuff. But with that being said, if there's any classes we've had or any exercises that you'd like me to give you, just so you can remember what we had been doing in class, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to share all of those templates that I make with all of the classes, whether it be hypertrophy, foundations, or strength and power that we are in right now. So I want to make sure you all have the necessary tools and resources. I'm fighting a little bit of a headache, so you're going to see me drinking a whole lot more water through this workout than I normally do. But hopefully you guys have as beautiful of weather where you're at, because it is so stinking pretty outside. I want to find a farmer's market. I haven't been to a farmer's market since I moved out here. It's still 84 degrees out. I think that's still a little too hot, but I want to find a farmer's market and get some fresh produce. I feel like right now is the best time of year for that. So, but we'll give it about 1 more minute and we will get started. Make sure you got your water on you. Let's get ready to move. So, nice time to do a nice functional capacity or functional state body scan. So, seeing where we're at today, thinking of how have we feel today? How much sleep have we gotten? Are we feeling good and ready to attack the workout, or do we need to ease back a little bit? So, good time to kind of figure all that out. And while you do that scan, let's get started on this warm up. I'm going to start my watch with functional strength training. And let's start with just a nice little quad stretch and reach. We've probably been sitting all day. Let's open everything up. I'm only holding for about a 3 count each side, and I'll get about 5 each side here. Easing our way into this warm up. See how high you can raise that arm. Feeling good stretch of that shoulder. And even lean forward a bit. Bring that leg back. Get a good stretch in that quad. Good. Let's come down to the ground. We're going to do our world's greatest stretch. So right hand is stabilizing, left foot is forward, same side, elbow to the inseam of that foot, open up, follow that hand with your eyes. I'm going to get 3 openers here. After that third one, I'm going to drop that back knee, rock out those hips. So remember, we are doing strength and power today. So it's going to be a lot of power movements, calisthenics, jumps, so a little bit higher impact. So just be wary of that. And if you need to modify to make it more of a hypertrophy training for you, let's get back to neutral, opposite hand, outside of that knee, open up that thoracic. Let's get 4 of these. But just know what your body needs. And if you're somebody where jumping isn't great on the knees, the ankles, I will give some modifications, but just make sure to listen to your body. Good, let's drop both hands. That back knee's coming back up, and we're going to switch sides. So now right leg forward, we're going to do that same matrix of 3 openers. And then drop that back knee. Let's rock out those hips. Good. Get a hamstring stretch on the back end. Yep, last time. We're going to make it count. Good. Let's get neutral, opposite hand outside of that knee. Open up that thoracic spine. Good time to start being a little more mindful with our breath. Let's come down since we're here. Tabletop position. So we're in a quadruped. We're going to get that cat-cow. So we're going to really arch that back, look up to the ceiling. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Once you feel like you can't let it any more air, exhale that as we hit that cat. Really rounding our back. Nice stretch to the back of the shoulders or the upper back, which we will be hitting today. Let's try to stay mindful of our breath through the workout so we can manipulate it to be as efficient as possible for us. Help us recover quicker and not start feeling that sympathetic nervous system kick in just a little too much with our breath. We start huffing and puffing. Good. Let's come down to the mat. We're going to hit these 90-90 openers. So knees are at a 90 degree. We're gluing those to the ground. And let's open up, trying to get that shoulder and that hand to touch the ground. And let's hit 3 of these. We'll be hitting some bent over reverse flies today. So this is just going to make sure we feel where our shoulders are at. Good. Once you get 3, switching sides. Good. All right, once we get that done, let's just get a little core activation before we hit these glutes. So we're going to come into a plank, really strong hips here. So we're not mounting those glutes. We're not sagging those hips. We got everything nice and straight. And let's just hit some shoulder taps here. I'm going to hit 10 total, 5 each side. Beautiful. Let's sneak on over to our backs. Let's activate these glutes. So we've got feet shoulder width apart. I can touch those heels. I'm pulling my ribs to my hips, closing that gap between my back and the mat. We're going to shoot those ribs up, those hips up, squeezing those glutes at the top. 10 of them nice and controlled. We've got a nice low push, upper pull. We're going to hit some single leg bounds for some power and some goblet squats. We're going to hit some single arm bent over row and some bent over flies. So getting those bigger lat muscles of the back, and then we'll get some of those rear delts and scaps with those reverse flies, and then ending with our favorite. You know, we got to end with a bang. Red zone ESD, which means 15 seconds on, 45 seconds off, super high intensity. That being said, we get a whole lot more rest for how hard we have to work in that 15 seconds. Good. Let's come up to our feet. We're going to hit this neural activation. So we're going to start nice and high in the air. I know I get a little bit cut off. Nice and high in the air, up on my tiptoes. Coach is going to say go. We're going to hit that drop squat. Coach is going to say go. We're going to hit that 2-inch sprint, and then we're going to do takeoff. So if I say left, we're taking off to the left and freezing. If I say right, we're going to take off to the right and freeze. Working on our balance and stability. How quick can you stabilize before you have to reset? All right, hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Okay, let's get to it. Go, go, right. Good. Reset. Go, go, right. Woo. Got myself on that one. Reset. Go, go, left. Good. Get a couple more here. Reset. Go, go, right. Good. Reset. Go, go, left. Beautiful. All right. Let's get into it. So we got shout out today to the 3rd edition Clinical Exercise Physiology book, one of my college textbooks. I will be using that as some ankle help for my goblet squats later. We won't need that now, so feel free to grab something like that if you do need it. But we're going to push it out of the way, and we are going to start with single leg bounds. So we are going to hit 10 total, which means 5 each side. So we're starting with inner knee, nice and high. We're going to hit a nice long jump, trying to land nice and quiet so we're not slamming on the ground, as well as stabilizing as quickly as possible. To make this easier, you could do a nice little jump. Make it harder, obviously, try to get more space in between those jumps. Now, if we feel like impact is too big of an issue with that, we can just hit some lateral lunges. Same thing, 5 each side, 10 total. So with these jumps, obviously we're doing them body weight. If you wanted to do weight on those lateral lunges, by all means, go ahead. Just make sure you keep those shoulders squeezed, you keep that core engaged, and that back nice and neutral. Whew. We're working on a few things with this. We're working on that power move with the jump. We're working on our balance and how quickly we can stabilize. Once you are done with that, I'm going to grab a band. You could either do a single kettlebell or a single dumbbell. And let's hit these bent over rows. So I'm going to get a staggered stance. I'm anchoring this band with my front foot. If you've got a dumbbell or kettlebell, we're just holding it neutral. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, and we're rowing very quickly to our pocket. Nice and controlled on the way down. We're hitting 8. Make sure to exhale on that execution. Inhale on this reset. And making this a power movement, we're moving that weight very quickly on the concentric, on that pull, and nice and controlled on that eccentric or the reset. Good. And don't let that weight start pulling you forward. Think about making Coach Clint's lemonade. Squeeze those shoulder blades together like you're trying to hold a lemon and not let it fall. Now, as I've been saying, but just for anybody new, we're going to focus a lot on true strength at home without super heavy weights or resistance. So with that being said, we could do 5 reps at a super, super heavy weight. But if you're someone like me who only has bands, or maybe you only have lighter dumbbells, we're going to make it work for what we have and still work in this block of strength and power. Remember, 8 each side. Once you get those done, if you know, we got complementary, so pick your poison. Depending on the weight here, pulling it through, 5 each side, 10 total. Or maybe we want to do more corrective. We'll hit dead bug 1, closing that gap between our back and the mat, opposite ligaments, extending, reset, 10 total, 5 each side as well. So obviously the plank pull through people are going to be done quicker, which same thing like with our ESD zones. If you're going to be doing more intensity, it makes sense for you to need more rest versus the dead bug. You're kind of resting with that as well. Once you get that done, grabbing a swig of water. Ooh, it's extra crisp today. And we're going to go right back into these single leg bounds. Remember, 5 each side, 10 total. Make sure we're stabilizing. So get to be a statue before going into that next one. Or for some people who jumped in, we can hit those lateral lunges with either a dumbbell or kettlebell if you want to add weights. Same thing, 5 each side, 10 total. If we want to ease the impact of the movement. Beautiful. Oh, see, I told you these power moves, while you're doing them, you're like, oh, this is a breeze. And then you stop and you're like, oh, there it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, hitting these bent over rows, 8 each side. Remember, nice and slow on that reset, quick on that execution. Make sure you're manipulating that breath to help you. Exhale on the pull. Nice deep inhale on that reset. So it should be a nice long inhale and then a very quick breathe out for that exhale. Keeping that back straight. And I'm supporting myself on that front leg. So it's going to be a little less stable if this hand wasn't on that knee. And that's what's helping me not use momentum, moving the rest of my body to finish up that rep. Go work. Keep pushing through. Adjust those weights if you need to. So even if you get to like 5 reps and you're like, oh my goodness, I can't keep doing it, do a drop set. And a drop set means you drop that weight, you go lighter, maybe you even go body weight, and you finish out that set. It's a good indication if you need to drop that weight that you're truly working to failure, which is awesome. But it means maybe next time we find a more moderate weight to get through that whole set without having to drop. Remember, 5 dead bugs each side, 10 total, or 5 plank pull-throughs each side, 10 total. You pick your poison. Beautiful. All right, that's 2 down. 1 more to go on this circuit. And then we'll go into our next one. And then our favorite, I think it's got little scraps all over the ground and it's driving me insane. Our favorite red zone ESD. Grab that water, catch your breath. Excuse me. And let's get into it. We're looking good. We're feeling good. And we're going to kill this last one with ease. Now I'm trying to stay within my little bit of space, but if you wanted to make this much more difficult and challenging for you, you can really try to elongate that step while still being able to keep it stable and not slamming to the ground. You should be landing soft, letting that impact go through the leg and not just slamming it into the foot and the ankle. Okay, it's the last time we did those. Wash your hands of it. into these bent over rows one last time, 8 each side. Remember, we want to move very quickly on that pole. Nice and easy on that execution. Hello, on the reset. I'm gonna, what I always say, empty my tank. So on this last one, I'm just increasing my intensity just a little bit because it's our last one. So I want to get out all the effort I have. And remember, you see how it's only my arm that's moving. I'm not using my body to pull that weight up. And that's what this front arm is doing. It's stabilizing me to stop me from what I call cheating the movement. You want that arm and that muscle doing all the work. We want to get the most out of what we're trying to hit. So we don't want to cheat it by having our hips or our core help us on the way. The only things that your hips and your core should be doing right now is stabilizing you. Good work. Almost done with this, then we can wash our hands of it. Good. All right. Oh, hello. Let's not trip and fall in our last class, Holly. All right. Hitting that dead bug or plank pull through. One last time. And then we are going to go into circuit number 2. Some goblet squats, some bent over reverse fly. Good work. All right. Hands are clean of it. Let's go on to this next one. On to the next one. Grab some water. Catch that breath a little bit. And then if you are somebody who needs that wedge for your heels like me, now is the time we want to grab that wedge. This is, I always use one of my textbooks. I said, not only does it give me the information on exercise, but it also helps me actually do the exercise. So worth the investment, if you ask me. All right, we're hitting this goblet squat. So I want those feet right about shoulder width if you're not using something. I'm even not mad if it's a little bit closer than shoulder width. So I've got about a little bit wider than my cell phone in between my feet here. I'm going to stick my heels up on this book to help me because I have lack of ankle mobility. You could use a weight if you are. It's going to be something that's strapped to your chest so it's not pulling you forward. We're keeping those shoulder blades squeezed. We're going to go nice and slow on that reset. Nice and quick on that execution. We're hitting 8. So moving up as quick as you can, coming down nice and slow, catch that breath. And then as you push up, let all that air out. Good. Like you're trying to shoot off like a rocket. Good. Whew. It's always get me. Get that block out of your way. We're going to hit these bent over reverse flies. So we could either have 2 weights in our hand or a nice long band like I've got. We're going to shoot those hips back so you feel a stretch, almost like we're doing an RDL. Palms are going to face each other in a neutral position. My shoulders are slightly bent. Elbows are slightly bent. And we're squeezing those shoulder blades together. We're hitting 8. Nice and quick on the execution. Nice and slow on that reset. So like I always say, don't think of it as a shoulder movement. Think of it as squeezing those shoulder blades in the back together. I won't lie, on those first 2 movements, I forgot we were in power. I was just in my own world. I was like, oh, ma'am, that is not quick enough to be a power movement. Excuse me. All right. 1 down. Let's hit this rotational. So we're going to do our favorite bear crawl openers. So we're going to get in a quadruped position. Everything stacked nicely right on top of each other. We're going to ever so slightly bring up those knees just so they're hovering the ground. We're going to get 10 openers, 5 each side. I know these burn so good. Push through. If it starts to get to be too much, feel free to drop those knees. We can still get that rotational movement, but challenge yourself to hit those boundaries. It's our last class, so why not, you know? Make the most of it. Get the most out of it. All right. With that being said, back to the top. Grabbing my wedge, going into 8 goblet squats, slow on the down, pushing up quickly through the execution. If you are using a weight, don't let it start pulling you forward. Keep that back straight, core engaged, everything nice and neutral. Now, if you are someone who has the bigger bands like me, you could also use one of those bands here. For me personally, I can't move quick enough to feel like it's a power movement to add resistance. Body weight is more than enough for me. So just be mindful of that if you do want to crank it up a bit. I keep getting something in my throat. Into these bent over reverse flies. 8 of them. Quick on that pull. And if you feel like you have a weight, but you can't move quick enough, just break it down a little bit. Trying not to use momentum, so I'm not flailing open. I felt it a little bit on 2 of those, so we're not perfect either as coaches. But whenever you feel like, okay, maybe that one didn't go well, just be mindful of it, quick to reset, and execute the rest with better form. Hitting 10 of these, hovering those knees. I know these ones are tough, but you feel so accomplished once you get them done. Except we have one more round. One more. We got this. I have chronic migraines, and whenever I'm battling through a headache, I have to remind myself to drink twice as much water. So usually exercise is a 50-50 if it's going to make it better or if I'm going to feel 10 times worse. But right now I'm feeling good. So just got to keep reminding myself, drink that water. So that's a reminder to you as well. Drink that water. We're feeling good. Looking pretty. Good. Hitting these last 8 until we can wash our hands of it. Good. Thank you, Ermin et al., for all your help today. All right. Going into these reverse flies one last time. Boom. Feel my hamstrings engage. Shoulder blades are nice and straight. Hitting these last 8 with ease. Go work. Keep pushing. You know, coach starts hurting when she stops yapping. Whew. All right. Last of these. I was going to call them bird dogs. Bear crawls. Whew. And then we'll wash our hands of it. Hit some ESD, and we will call it a day. And 10. Oh, goodness. Okay. Whew. Go work, everyone. 2 circuits done. Grab some water. We got about 2 minutes of rest here, and we are going to get into our, as I get my stopwatch. There we go. Energy system development. We've got red zone today, which means 15 seconds on, 45 seconds off. full intensity. So moving as hard, as quickly, as much as you can in that 15 seconds. And we'll get 3 times the amount for rest. So last time to give it all we got. I think it's nice we're doing red zone at the end. Last final push together. So we will have 4 rounds. 5 rounds, hopefully 5, 4 to 5 rounds. We'll see where we end up. I'll show you these movements and we will get going. We're going to start with a, there we go, jump squat. We could turn that into speed squats if we need to. Remember, I'm not worried about depth here as much as I'm just worried about as soon as we touch that ground, we're taking off. After that, our favorite Versa climber. And after that Versa climber, you don't need a book or something to tap to. I just like to have it visually. We're going to hit those fast feet toe taps. So if you don't have something, you're just tapping those feet in the air. If you have a book, we just used to do those on bleachers in high school, which I love to do. So it's nice to have something for me visually. All right, with that being said, are we ready to rumble? Ooh, we can do hard things. Convincing myself as well. We are hitting these jump squats in 3, 2, 1. Push them out. As soon as you touch that ground, you're right back up. Go work halfway there. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Oh, and rest. We all knew that bun was not going to last. We've got 45 seconds here. This is where the make or break of this headache is going to be in these intense bouts. I didn't check my heart rate at the end of that, but if you are wearing a wearable, right after you finish, check that heart rate, see where it's at, and then go right back into it. Okay. Versa climber up next. It's that time of year that it's getting super dry. So my lips are getting very dry right now. All right, we're Versa climbing in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. Nice and quick. I know it's hard. We only got 5 seconds. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Oh, open it up. Every time I want to crouch down. Open it up. Grab some water. I'm at 158. I didn't check it right away, but we know I'll be at 170 by the end of this next round. 20 seconds. You got it. Grab that water. Nice deep breath. We got 10 seconds here. Fast feet toe taps coming up next. Deep breath in. Let it go. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. You got it. Quick as you can. I know it feels hard. It's only 15 seconds. We got 3, 2, 1. And rest. All right. That's 1 down. Probably 4 to go. 12, 40, yes. 4 to go. And then I'm going to lie and throw in an extra 2. How we feeling? How we doing? Back to these jump squats. 15 seconds. Let's see. All right, yep, good heart rates. Amazing, yeah. Getting them up there. All right, we are jumping in. 3, 2, 1. Push it out. You got it. Fast as you can. Landing light. 3, 2, 1. And rest. I think I'm going to give up on the bun. All right. We got this. We can do hard things. Feel a little breeze coming through the bottom here. Oh, goodness. How we doing? How we feeling? Feeling great. One last hurrah. We are Versa climbing in 10 seconds. All right, get set. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. You got it. I know it's hard. We're halfway there. 3, 2, 1. And rest. I started like moving to the side while I was doing that. Go work. We're almost 2 rounds done. We got fast feet toe taps coming up in 30 seconds. Get some water. Good time to think TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. We got 15 seconds till we do these toe taps. Hopefully you have some fun plans for your weekend. Time to relax and get some time back for you. We're making tacos tonight. Taco night is my favorite night. All right, let's get ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. You got it. Halfway there. 3, 2, 1. And rest. I have a blister on the bottom of my foot. Started feeling it on that last one. So adjust if you need to. If you're like me and something starts bugging you a bit, I might go into more of a high knee than a toe tap. So always good to find modifications. You shouldn't have to hurt through the movement. So unless it's that good hurt, that good burn. All right, 2 down, free to go. We're back jump squatting in 10 seconds. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. I was born ready. All right, let's get set. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Push them out. Whoop, coach is getting tired. That's okay, we only have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Those ones just burn so good, especially after those goblet squats. Your quads are crying, or what do they say? If your quads ain't crying, you ain't trying. No, nothing should ever hurt too bad, but it definitely don't hurt too good. We got 20 seconds, and we're gonna hit these Versa climbers. Catch that breath. I saw it in my little eye. Some chapstick. We got 10 seconds. Get set. We are Versa climbing in 3, 2, 1, and let's push it out. Fast feet. Bring those arms down if those shoulders are burning too much, but try to get them up above the head if you can. Whew. 3, 2, 1, and rest. My stopwatch went black on me. Got nervous. Just gonna go a little too far extra. 30 seconds. Back to these fast feet toe taps. So like I said, I've got a blister at the bottom of my foot. So instead of going forward and sliding back, I'm gonna go into more of a 2-inch sprint knee drive. So just don't be confused if you see me looking just a little bit different than what I was doing. But we're going in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. You got it. I feel like this one always makes me look funny. My feet are moving so fast, and then my head is just not moving at all. 3, 2, 1, and rest. It's like a, what's that cartoon? That Looney Tunes cartoon? Wile E. the Coyote and the Roadrunner? There it is. I feel like that's the very Roadrunner coded. Okay, that's 3 down. We only got 2 more to go, which means final 6 minutes. Get this cool down. And we'll be on our way to have a fantastic weekend. All right, get set. We're going in 10. I'm getting tired, but that's okay. See, my rest heart rate is now 162. So let's get going in 3, 2, 1. Hitting those jump squats. You got it. Make sure you're breathing. It's easy to want to hold your breath in short bouts. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Just like core exercises, everybody, it's natural to want to hold your breath and build that pressure to feel like you're helping the movement, but all you're doing is stopping oxygen from going to your brain, which the way you see Coach stumble on her words, you know she needs all the oxygen going to her brain she possibly can get. So, all right, 15 seconds. We are Versa climbing for the 4th time. Deep breath in, let it go. We are going in 3, 2, 1. Push it up. You got it. You can do hard things. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. My watch, the stopwatch keeps wanting to go black on me. They're like, nope, just keep going. We got fast feet, toe taps. 30 seconds. You can tell Coach is getting tired because I'm starting to get a little delusional while I'm talking. It's like those 24-hour TV-a-thons where the host starts just blabbering. I feel like that's me. All right. We're going in 10, fast feet toe taps, or I'm doing that 2-inch sprint. Let's get set. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. You got it. Only one more round after this. Don't give up on me. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, only one more round. Only 3 more minutes. See where that heart rate's at. 174. Goodness gracious. I'm getting up there. We'll see how fast we can recover. But 25 seconds. We've got some squat jumps. Remember, we can turn those into just speed jump or speed squats if we need to lessen that impact. Get set. We're going in 8. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Push them out. Last time doing them. You got it. I know we're getting tired. Just keep pushing. It's about max effort. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew, 1 down. Wash your hands of those jump squats. We've got Versa Climber in 35 seconds. I don't know where this southern accent is coming from today. I apologize. My alter ego coming out, I think. We're going in 20. 15 seconds. We got this. Versa climbing for the last time. Get ready, and we're going in 5, 3, 2, 1. Push it out. All you got. Empty that tank. Last time doing it. You got it. Keep pushing. I know it's getting hard. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Wash your hands of it. We're done with that. We just got these fast feet toe taps or 2-inch sprint. I think I need new hiking boots. I think that's what happened. on my feet just a little bit too much. But, oh, all right, we're going 20 seconds. One last one. And then we're going to hit this cool down for the final time. Tear. You may think it's sweat, but these are tears. Just kidding. All right, let's get to it. Final 15 in 3, 2, 1. Push it out. All you got. Last one. Halfway there. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Coach's heart rate 174. Check in on yours. Let's see where we're at in 2 minutes. Go work, everyone. Wash your hands of it. A round of applause for you. Super proud of you for making it through, especially on a Friday. And if your Friday looks as beautiful as mine, you're like, what the heck? I don't want to be stuck in the house after work. Doing a workout? Well, you got 1% better today. And that trumps everything else. Shout out to those college textbooks that we find use for later in life. And take about 30 more seconds just to catch that breath. Grab that water. And then meet me on your feet. We're going to start with a nice long quad stretch here. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's just continue with that, being mindful of that breath. We try to slow this heart rate and get into this recovery. About 5 more seconds, and then we'll switch sides. So I just want to take this time to thank each and every one of you for making this class so special. I know we didn't get a lot of time to get to know each other in my 2 months of being here, and then we found out this was happening, so I didn't get to do as much with you guys as I would have liked to, but I really appreciate you guys giving this program such a purpose. It was 15 years with this Vitality program. We've done so much good with it, and if it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't have happened for so long. Let's drop down to a lunge. Let's sit in that front of that lunge, stretch out that hip flexor. So I just want to give you your flowers and thank you all for making this program what it was and being so engaging. And for me, you know, I was only here for 2 months, but showing up to my classes and giving this class such a purpose, it inspired me to continue on with virtual training and virtual coaching. So I just want to thank you guys for helping me through those bumps and listening to me yap and all my quirkiness. So I hope that you guys still find the resources you need to continue on. Don't let this be the end for you. I'm switching sides here. Oh, here she is. One last hurrah. Tina said, thank you guys for coming into our home, right? And thank you for letting us into your home. Oh, here she comes. She was just napping with her dad. Her dad came home yesterday, so she's been glued to him. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. And stay in contact. If you want to stay in contact with me, reach out. I can get you my information. I know, Tina's so distraught. Let's come down and hit the shin box. Let's hit the shin box. Staggered stance, gluing those feet to the ground, bringing those knees around. We can use our hands to stabilize if we need to. But yes, if you love the classes and you're upset to see us go, so are we, but we want to make sure you have the resources you need to stay successful. So make sure you reach out while you can. And I want to make sure that you guys don't use this as an excuse to not keep moving. You'll have the Exos app, like I said in the beginning. So you guys will still have access to the on-demand contact through Exos. Now, those aren't our specific classes. They're going to be classes through Exos Fit, but you still have that Intel Vitality Program YouTube page. Sorry, Tina's trying to open her basket. There you go, girl. You still have the YouTube page, so there are going to be on-demand classes from everyone there. So make sure you still utilize that. And if, like I said, some people joined before after I said this, but if there's any of these classes you really enjoy, reach out to me and I'll make sure you get all of the handouts and stuff so you don't miss out on what we were doing. Let's hit some bird dog too. While we're here, we'll hit some cat cow and then we'll call it a day. Thank you. I know it's this position for you, isn't it? You love when I'm tabletop because you can give me all the kisses. Let's get this bird dog opposite arm, opposite leg, just 3 each side. Thank you. Yes, of course. I know. You had to come and say goodbye. You found the perfect timing, Dina. Good. Now we're going to hit these, like I said, child's pose and cat cow. So we're going to come down into this child's pose, let out all that air, and then we're going to inhale. As we inhale, we're going to go into that cobra. While we're in this cobra, get one nice deep breath. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then let's get one more breath in through the nose. And then as we exhale, hitting into this child's pose. So same thing here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then as we take that next inhale, we're inhaling into that cobra. I know. Thank you. See, Tina, you got me all confused on my breaths now. Thank you. Keep going through those breaths. I'm sorry, guys. You know how she is. She wants to be the center of attention. Exhale in that child's pose. As you get that next inhale, you're going into that cobra. Thank you. Tina said she'll miss you guys. And then once you get that next one, let's stay in this child's pose. Get down. And we're going to hit some 4, 7, 8 breaths, and then we'll call it a day. So we're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold for 7, and then we're going to exhale for 8. So getting a nice deep breath in that 4-second count. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and inhale nice and deep. 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, everyone. That brings us to the end of class and the end of a wonderful program. Whew, been a little lightheaded. All right. Thank you all so much. Like I said, don't be a stranger. Feel free to reach out. We are still here until the 30th. So contact information if you want to stay in touch, or if there's any extra resources or you want to get any information from the classes specifically that I have been running, please feel free to reach out. If not, have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck to all of you, and hopefully we run paths in the future. So have a great weekend, you guys. I'll catch you later. Thank you, guys. Toodaloo.